Apparently, neo-Nazi group have been referencing me, have been praising me for making these kind of jokes. And I was unaware of this. So I made a statement as soon as I found out about this saying, I do not support these hateful groups in any way. But that's never going to be the title. That doesn't fit their personal agenda. That's not the story they want. This is not an article. This was a personal attack against me. It is so clear. This form of cherry picking just shows it so clearly to me. So what have I done to deserve this? I made some jokes that people don't like. And you know what? If people don't like my jokes, I fully respect that. I fully understand that. I acknowledge that I took things too far, and that's something I definitely will keep in mind moving forward. But the reaction and the outrage has been nothing but insanity. People celebrating the fact that my show got canceled, which is something literally hundreds of people worked on. Is that fair? Is that worth celebrating? Over some jokes that you disagree with? JK Rowling is apparently not a fan of me. Again, it's fine to not agree with someone's sense of humor, but calling me a fascist, how is that helping anyone? Some people have been saying that these jokes are normalizing hatred. Regardless if that's true or not, spoilers, it's not, unless there's 53 million Nazis watching me for some reason. A personal attack like this to portray me as anti-Semitic is doing no one a favor. You're targeting some Swedish guy that tries to be funny. Most of the time, it doesn't really go well. Very offensive. But he means well. But is there any hate in what I do? No, absolutely not. Personally, I think they are the ones normalizing hatred. Because there is actual hatred out there. I'm just pointing with my hand. Calm down. There's actual hatred out there. There's actual issues. Instead of celebrating my show getting canceled, why don't we focus on that instead? Why don't we focus on some real issues? Why is that the way to approach things in 2017? I'm still here. I'm still making videos. Nice try, Wall Street Journal. Try again, motherfuckers.
Okay, here we go. Freestyle Friday number 9. Now, before you jump the gun on anything, this is supposed to be like a house party type song like 2004, so sing along when you can. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, broadcasting live from the heart of Europe. This is the most badass YouTube broadcast in all the known land. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Tommy C, and this is Shot from the Point. I have Jeff the Huffman, the Chin.
Do our secret Nazi handshake here.
It's a pretty good idea. You know what the crazy thing about this is? It's the problem with a podcast like Catch 33. Me and Dave did not go heavy on PewDiePie support. Just on the simple principle, I mean, free speech goes both ways. Mm-hmm. I don't have to employ Jeff Huffman or even have him on if he has Nazi views. I think we could all agree with on that, right?
We would understand that, yes.
Yeah, agree with that. So, I mean, if Disney doesn't want a guy like PewDiePie that espouses whether first of all, context is everything. Certainly PewDiePie's not a bigot, a racist, or an anti-Semite, but right. Disney might want to push somebody like PewDiePie away because he brings stupid people that are going to accuse Disney of hiring an anti-Semite, a racist, a bigot, what have you. That is their prerogative. That is their free speech to cut off. Like, I'm not supporting that. I wouldn't deny that. And that's what we got yesterday. What's going on now? And what's changed in several hours is like the biggest thing is I did not know that Maker Studios employs iDubbbz. I did not know that.
I did not know that either.
I did not know that 24 hours ago. And I find it shocking because it puts a complete hole in this whole argument against PewDiePie. Mm-hmm. And the argument that I just made in Disney's favor. Because This guy says stuff that could be, without context, deemed as racist.
Definitely a hell of a lot more than what PewDiePie does.
Yeah, right. I mean, he says the word nigger faggot. It's a meme on his channel. PewDiePie's never done anything of the sort. PewDiePie, which, by the way, is a joke that I got on his case for. If you remember, the Fiverr guys put my name next to PewDiePie, next to Josh, next to next to Ethan, next to all those guys. The Fiverr guys did thank me, so I did have a tiny piece, a role to play with this. And I thought that I think the title of the video is PewDiePie's got to help these boys out, and I do.
And he did.
But this latest attack by the mainstream media, who's deliberately and willfully misrepresenting him, YouTube, our community, the reality, let's not forget that. This is war. This is the war that Dead On Dave spoke about. It's the war of context. And it's like I said in my Twitter video. PewDiePie made a video a couple months ago. I'm being taken off YouTube or being censored because I'm white. And it was a big joke. It was a goof, right? Mm-hmm. I remember thinking at the time, and I think this was before Donald Trump was elected, thinking to myself, I could see why some people would take that seriously and maybe agree with you, and I don't know in all cases if that would be true. I've looked at some of these pictures of PewDiePie in some of these articles, and it's almost like they make him look more Aryan-like. If that is not racist, I don't know what the fuck is. He is blonde. He has blue eyes, big blue eyes. Probably one of the reasons he has 50 million subs. Looks mean something, folks. If I looked like him, I would have.
He's beautiful. He's beautiful.
A beautiful guy. I gotta be honest.
Then again, all Swedes are. But
even Swedish are beautiful. I mean, well, the women too. If I looked like him, it's just this simple. I would have probably 1 million subs by now, maybe 500,000 at the least.
Maybe.
Had I been picked up for baited and looked like him, I'm sorry, and I would have left my wife. I would have left my wife. But this is bigger. This is bigger than PewDiePie. Here's the thing. Donald Trump got elected. What did we hear? We heard racism, white supremacy, movement.
Racism, fascism. Sexist, anything.
Here's what the mainstream media found after they screamed bloody murder about Donald Trump being a sexist, a racist, a fascist, all that other stuff. Nobody cared because nobody believed it. Thank you for the donation. If Disney and YouTube chose to distance themselves from PewDiePie, I get it. They have an image to bequeath. The media has blatantly taken his context out of context, demonizing and fucking wrong. This is New Media Versal. This is war. Your geeky tipster hit this shit right on the head, and you just saw it. He knows where I'm going. This is war. A lot of people are accusing me, or one guy I should say, because I'm fucking an egomaniac, said that I'm taking Keem's narrative and I'm running with it. I'm sorry, I gotta side with Keem on this. 100%. He's right, and I think all our kind of careers kind of depend on it. So I think I could stick up for Keem on this particular case and not be his friend. All right, this is war. Donald Trump got elected. They couldn't stop it. Under normal circumstances, they could have. Actually,
boy, did they try. No, they tried.
They tried. But here's the dirty secret. Had Barack Obama's presidency been a little bit better for more people, they would have. But it wasn't that good. That's the dirty secret. It's really all it comes down to protecting.
It also helped
Obama's
that he was
legacy.
going up against the worst candidate possible.
Yes, I mean, look, Trump got some breaks along the way. You're right.
Trump needed to have everything go a certain way, and it did.
And including the lack of trust for the mainstream media. I watch CNN every day. I watch something called Deutsche Welle every day. I watch German media every day. Why is the most honest person I run into Phil DeFranco? The only problem I have with Phil DeFranco is he dumbs down the news so much as to talk to me like as if I'm an idiot. But I think it needs to be done because the media has become
stupid.
It is so activist, so left-wing, so far-off regressive. And by the way, all you liberals out there that are listening to this shit and they're saying, well, I'm not a regressive. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about the Sargons of Akkads. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about the regressives. I'm talking about the social justice warriors. Just make that clear. And by the way, if you're listening to this and you're a liberal, you should be on my fucking side. They're trying to take one down of one of our guys and lie about him being a Nazi because he has blonde hair and blue eyes. That's wrong. If it was a black man being taken down because he was black for an agenda to show that black people are bad and they commit more crimes than other people, then you, rightfully so, would be out there to show that that's not true. That's wrong. The problem is things have reversed. Pootie looks like he's a concentration camp guard. By no fault of his own. So does Colossal.
Yeah, maybe him and Colossal can collab or something.
And so does Alex from I Hate Everything. He looks like one too. Wink, wink. And that's why this is war. Something I noticed with the death of E.O.H, the guy who wrote the song for the intro of the song yesterday, I realized there's something around that there has not been in entertainment when I was a kid. It's the middle class or working class entertainer. You're looking at him. The guy that can pay enough bills, you're looking at him. They didn't have this when I was a kid. You were rich or you were a garage band. What they're finding out is the middle class entertainer has a voice. And they don't like it because they can't control it. It used to be the hand of fucking God. And they touched you. And you're in that world. In some sense, that's what happened to me in YouTube. And that still is the case. But here's the thing. The door is much more wide open in YouTube. And it's not in Hollywood. That's the difference. The fact that I can make a better than... and I don't make that much money. I make a little better. The money I make is a little better than like a working class job or a minimum wage job in Europe. It's a little better than the bottom. That's what I make. My wife's okay with it because she makes good money, and B, it's like I'm not really qualified to do anything in Germany that's smart because of the language. But that's the thing. I have a voice. I was in the Beta podcast. I'm on Catch 33. I broadcast 5 times a week. I can have an impact. They don't want that. Pootie with his out of the park video. My response made that abundantly clear.
I don't think he could have done that video any better.
I don't think so either.
I honestly don't.
Very critical of him. Extremely critical of him. It is nothing short of amazing. Another thing I want to point out about his video that blew my mind, all right? Everybody's all these social justice jackasses celebrating his loss of his TV show. 100 people are now out of work.
That's great.
100
that's just awesome.
People
that's just awesome.
Are now out of work. Why are you celebrating that? Robert Kirkman was a part of that project, the head of The Walking Dead. Why are you celebrating working class people, dolly
That's
grips,
great.
key grips?
Yes, celebrate people who don't have work now. That's just wonderful.
Pootie's a multimillionaire, over $10 million. He's going to be fine. He's not going to miss a fucking
That's
meal.
all right.
You make more than my wife, and she's freaking cook. #salt. Yeah, I do. And she speaks the language over here. And Dead on Dave, he lives only about 30 minutes from me. And I make more than her talking here. The working class entertainer, which was not in existence in the United States, is now a worldwide phenomenon. The people that are in the fuckheads that are in the chat right now. Couldn't call you fuckheads if I was doing... they can't control who's a star, who's not. When I was a kid, it was Johnny Carson. And if Johnny, your father will remember this, by the way, invited you on the couch, that means you were good.
You made it. You made it if you're on the couch.
Those days are fucking over. You go to YouTube and you hustle. And this is a good thing. Here's the other thing. Gamergate. They tried to make that a feminist thing. It failed. It fell on its face. Why? YouTube. YouTube debunked the false agenda. That grew into a Trump presidency. They couldn't stop it. If you watch CNN International right now, it is literally a 24-hour anti-Trump commercial. Now, I'm not saying there's not stuff about Trump that you can't criticize and that he has been a little loose with the truth with.
A little bit.
Yeah. But it is not the cover of Time magazine today where it's total, utter chaos. No, that's the narrative. And if we have our heroes like PewDiePie are Nazis, then maybe it's a little easier to push that the Russians are hacking everything and there's a neo-Nazi movement. They have to prove the paranoia, the paranoia narrative that they put out there, why they lost, which isn't true. They lost Wisconsin and Michigan. That's really the truth, right? But why they lost those places had nothing to do with the fact that they didn't really help the working class person in the Rust Belt. That's why they lost the White House. They don't want to deal with that because there's a lot of what it really comes down to is Obama didn't help those people, so they didn't vote for the Democratic Party next time around. Because what would be better if you're fucking thinking like Alex Jones, idiot, and thinking the Russians are hacking and the neo-Nazis are moving up, because that is bullshit. That is utter.
Like you said, I mean, it's a 24/7 anti-Trump commercial. They're trying to spew as much as they can for as long as they can, just so that narrative can finally get pushed.
Look for people like PewDiePie to be accused of being. Look, I mean, the advisor, the top advisor to Steve Bannon, the top advisor to Steve Bannon, okay, right now, to Steve Bannon, the top advisor to Steve Bannon to Donald Trump is being called a white supremacist on a regular basis by the mainstream media. It's insane. We need to show that these comments about Steve Bannon, about the Trump administration aren't sane, and what we can do is we can show the culture is out of control. Are you taking phone calls? Also, what are your opinions on that faggot Derv? I don't know who Derv is. I don't have any opinions, apparently. That's the problem.
That faggot Derv? I don't know.
That's the problem. They're trying to stop. This is about us, and this is about Trump. Whether you agree with Trump or not, this is about them grasping. They had to say the Russians hacked the elections. They had to say that there's a neo-Nazi movement. So they took the blonde guy that's the most popular in our clique.
Why not? Let's just portray him as Satan now. Let's just go that route.
Why not? Because you need to show that there's a neo-Nazi movement if you're going to accuse some of the president's men of being neo-Nazis. Because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. Well, PewDiePie, he's talking about Hitler all the time. I was watching Joe Rogan yesterday. They were saying like Milo Yiannopoulos came up, and they were saying like, well, isn't that guy like a big racist? No, he's a gay Jew from fucking England. But he's racist, right? That's Antifa wouldn't go and burn fucking Berkeley to the ground because he was a gay Jew. That would be somebody they would support. No. They're the fascists. It's just what Pootie said.
It's the other way around. It's the other way around.
It's the mainstream media. They're the fascists. They're the anti-free speech people. These people are the problem. And here's the fucking scary part for them. A lot of folks, especially here on YouTube, are starting to figure it out. I've known this for years. I've known this since I was about 15.
Yeah, you and that tinfoil hat of yours.
Yes, I'm talking about it. Talk about it on the Joe Cronin Show. Hey Joe, do you believe me now? How are you doing? Was it smart following all those lefty idiots in Boston? No, it wasn't.
Probably not.
He's starting to funding the war in the mainstream media. I think I recorded it. I want to play Keem's video. Be perfectly honest with you. I know people are going to accuse me of fucking. I gotta be honest with you. Well, I gotta be honest with you. I was actually planning on making fun of him because this idea, we're all gonna stand up, we're all gonna do this, we're all gonna do. Yeah, fucking go, fucking duck, dude. Come on now. Oh shit! Damn video didn't record.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I got an idea though. I got an idea because he's right. I mean, we do, and it proves my point. We do have power. Oh, by the way, I'm looking at Nina's tits right now, and she's jiggling them around.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, she just, you got to follow her on Twitter. She'll jiggle her tits around, by the way. I'll get in Nina in a bigot. Oh, God. In a bigot. In a minute.
In a bigot.
Where's my head? No, I'm going to get this. I'm going to play his video because he's right. The other stuff, the stuff that he put in, like, I mean, I love that drama alert he had today. I am going to unsub Casey Neistat. I will. Oh, come on, dude. I know what you're trying to do. And it was against YouTube rules, and he tried to walk the line. But he's not wrong here.
Do you have any idea how much power?
Yeah, there it is. I'm gonna help Keem out in this one. Let's see, and we're gonna screen capture this shit.
All right.
Fuck, I was trying to.
Yeah, you're definitely right. That was definitely worth 6 seconds of my life.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Why can't I capture Keem here? Here.
Do you have any idea?
I hate XSplit has gotten really sucky with the capture part. You know that? Oh, they're
no, because I don't use XSplit because I don't have the money for it.
I could give you XSplit if you wanted.
I got OBS though. I just set up OBS, and it still looks like shit.
Oh, God. Well, you don't know what you're doing. I'll send you my OBS guy. I paid him. You know that? I paid my OBS guy.
Yeah, but my computer might not be. I don't know. We'll worry about that another
Don't
day.
send me donations now. And it's funny. I'm putting this shit on now, and nothing is happening. It's so ridiculous. Oh, fuck. Where's my... Oh, I think I have to let go. I'm probably going to take calls in a minute. This is such fucking bullshit. Twitter. Fuck. All right, we'll listen to
just don't put the Nina thing up.
We'll listen to him together. Fucking, he's right. Here we
Puts
go.
out this.
Here we go.
Do you have any idea how much power we collectively really have?
No, probably not.
Emma puts out this article on Wired saying PewDiePie was always kinda racist, but now he's a hero to Nazis. So I noticed there was a Verizon ad, and we just simply tweeted at Verizon saying, "Why are you supporting Wired for lying and slandering PewDiePie? I'm canceling my Verizon internet and cell plan. Retweet if you will too." Over 500 retweets. And now the same exact article has a new title. PewDiePie's fall shows the limits of laughing out loud. Just kidding.
All right. I'm sure a lot of you say that because a lot of Keem fans are my fans. That's the power. Keem has over 1 million followers on Twitter. 500 retweets means something to these jackasses who actually, to be honest with you, Verizon probably doesn't get that many hits too. The saddest thing about the situation is seeing other YouTubers, content creators like Casey Neistat and Pat the Nestbuck siding with the media, whether they realize it or not, the effects on us all. Now, I don't know about Pat the Nestbuck because I do like him. I don't. I'm gonna put myself in this corner as well.
Neistat got bought out by CNN, right?
Here's the thing. Casey Neistat's a jack fucking ass. Okay. All right. Disney has every right to fucking... They inherited PewDiePie as this sort of irreverent character. They didn't get the fucking gamer screams at jump scares guy. They got something very different. They got a professional comedian who's a little bit edgy.
Kid-friendly comedian.
Yes. If Disney wants to distance himself, that's fine. I am not questioning Disney's decision. If they don't
not at all.
Social justice warriors up their ass, he had to think of that. And I tell you something. Pootie's been doing a lot of shit lately. It almost seems like he wanted to get canned. It almost seems like he wanted to.
Yeah, like Dave said on his show last night, it frees him up to do what he wants to do.
It does. But you know what? I tell you something. I don't do this often, and you know this. When I saw tears at the end of his video, this is the first time and probably the last time you'll ever. I thought they were real. I was actually kind of moved by that whole thing because I can imagine what the last 48 hours have been like. I remember when I started first losing subs after the stunt that I pulled with after the I hate everything. That's the shit I said about Chad with his diabetic foot,
his diabetic
and the racist
foot.
thing, and then the sub loss. It was very, very grueling, a lot more than I thought it would be. So I think those tears are real, and I think those tears are real because they're calling him a bigot, a racist, a horrible person, a bad human being. Major media organizations have collectively come together and said
completely defaming
that
him.
Felix Schellberg is a bad human being that supports genocide. Yes. that might get me to crack up.
It's straight up. It's straight up defamation of him.
It is. In some ways, it is, but it probably walks the boundaries of slander, and because these guys know how to do that. That's what they did to him. They said that he hated black people, brown people, anybody that didn't look like him. It's not true. And by the way, you're talking to somebody who's a critic about his joke on the Fiverr joke, because I thought that went too far and it put people out of work. And that's one of the reasons we ran that fucking whole thing with the Fiverr guys. And that is one of the reasons they thanked me and this show and you guys for being a small part of that. The fuckheads of all people.
The fuckheads
helped get those get together. Look at me. I got 30,000 subs. I'm fucking nobody. Yeah, I was on a big podcast, but that podcast is over, and the podcast I'm around is a little smaller, but it is kicking ass. I'll be perfectly honest with you. Here's the thing. I was a small part. So was Ethan Klein. Pootie helped a little bit too. I don't think he helped as much as me and Ethan did. We got that situation fixed. Where can I find Buy Knife Collection? I love that song. Oh, now I have to fucking give it to you because you gave me $25. I really have to talk to the guys that are in the band before I do that, because there's been so much demand for it that I think I have to let them in. I'm not even kidding. That was a very nice donation. I'll start working on it.
Very nice.
No, I'll start working on that shit. Look, the little power that the fuckheads had a little piece to do to get those Fiverr guys back, and that we were critics of Pootie. Right now, I'm not saying go unsub people, like Kingstar is backdoor saying. I'm not saying this is the fucking end of the world. I'm not doing any of that. But this is war, and it is us versus them. Let them fucking know that context means something. That's what iDubbbz's whole joke on Tana Mojo was about. Mm-hmm. Context means something. If context doesn't mean anything, nothing means anything. It means you can make your own fucking world up, and truth is irrelevant. Does anybody want that? I don't.
Well, you can go to North Korea for that.
Yeah, where truth is irrelevant, and the ultimate leaders decide what is true and what isn't. Is that what you want? It's the mainstream media wants. And they already had their god, Barack Obama, and he fell flat in his fucking face. And they want to make a world. They want to make a world where you can't criticize the fact that the last 8 years weren't that good. Just wasn't the worst president in the world, but he certainly wasn't a very good one either. All right, let's take some calls. 732, New Jersey. You're on the air.
Oh, shit, I'm on the air again.
No, you're not. Right. You want me to hang up on you?
All right. Oh, shit, I didn't see what I was going to say, but, all right, I got something. So I did this video on my channel recently, and I want your opinion on it. So I did a video on Leafy, right? And I think I, I can't hear anything.
Rating your fucking videos anymore. Stop.
This is why Philly D dumbs shit down.
Yeah, I know.
This is why. Oh, awful.
Why? I don't understand how you can call a million my show and talk about fucking video. Did you check the topic today? Come on, man. Come on now.
God, you're about what 7 months late on that.
Check out my stuff on Are you fucking kidding me? Ugh.
0 for 1. 0 for 1.
It is amazing to me sometimes. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm glad you're a fan and everything, but you know what? I don't care about hanging up on you, and I'll tell you why. Because you're out for yourself. Stop sending me videos to critique. I don't critique videos. And why
he doesn't even watch? He doesn't even
make
watch
them.
My
Send
shit.
him to fucking Colossal is Crazy. Send him to Colossal is Crazy. Colossal is Crazy reviews absolutely all your videos. It's at Colossal is Crazy on Twitter. Send him all to him. He'll come back and he'll give you a fucking answer. How about that? Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Like what the fuck? Like I remember some guy sent me his Nastygram and he was like, "You didn't review my video." I don't got fucking time. there's a million things I want to do. By the way, I want to start a gaming channel. And I'm going to rip off fucking, I'll tell you right now, I'm going to do it my own Tommy C comedy style. I'm ripping off Video Game Donkey. That guy's been inspiring the shit out of me lately. He's the best ever. I'm just do my own thing with my own family. My first game is going to be on Bad Dudes. Oh, shit. I shouldn't have said that. I wish I could censor that.
Well, no, too late.
Too late now. Too late now. 678, you're on here.
Yo, what the fuck is up, Tommy?
You tell me, man. What's up?
I think this whole PewDiePie situation is just really fucking absurd, and I think you're really hitting the nail on the head when you say that we have power, like people have power to say things now, and I think it's two different generations colliding.
I think you're right.
I think it's like the PewDiePie like clashing with like old media.
No, I do. I think generational thing is true too, because I think I'm on the opposite side. Under normal circumstances, my Generation X, is the last generation that was inherited into this non-internet era. So, like, people that are, like, basically 38 and above. That's, like, the tail end of Generation X. And they're fighting back because my generation worked to get into media, and they're going to try to keep what they have. They're certainly not going to let somebody like fucking Tommy C., who did not go to college, and it was in the army and was in Iraq, fucking have a voice on the internet. I learned that very quickly when I used to battle with a guy from Puck Daddy named Ryan Lampert. I learned that was my comeuppance. So yeah, it's you guys versus us. Here's what you need to do: you need to kill us where we stand, and you got to do it with facts. You got to do it with context, and you got to never ever stop.
Yeah, too bad you never have facts.
Who, me?
No, I meant they never have facts.
No, they don't have facts, but they're so used to not needing it. I think that's what it comes down to.
That's true.
Thanks for the call, buddy. Appreciate it. I'm gonna put somebody else in there. Skunty, you're on the. Oh God, your phone sounds awful or whatever it is.
Frenchie Ben wants to be pulled in.
Does he? All right, Frenchie. Hold on, I'll get you back Sunday. So what's up, Frenchie Ben? When you're in there, I worry. What's up, Frenchie Ben? You're on the air. Oh, Frenchie.
Frenchie,
Ben.
I went to bat for you.
Oh, Frenchie Ben, I fucking.
Oh.
All right, Frenchie. He wants to be back. Shanti, you're on the air. Oh, God.
Hey, hold on. Let me just mute the stream.
Oh, that would be nice. All right.
That'd be great.
Hello?
Yes, what do you want?
I was just going to say, well, the situation with this, I feel like eventually that mainstream media like this is not going to do it. This doesn't work. I don't think that it's going to work after
Do
a
what?
while.
Do what?
Well, they're not going to just like fuck over people like this. Like they just threw them under the bus.
Well, they're going to have to. They're going to have to lose. Yeah, honestly, Keem's right in this situation. Like, go after Verizon. See who sponsors this shit.
Yeah,
I think Keem's onto something. I don't know about getting all together, and I didn't even agree with him on the censorship issue. This is not a case of censorship. If it's simply a case of censorship, by the way, Disney wins. Maker Studio wins. They can censor who they see fit. It's a private company. But this is now bigger. This is a mainstream media attack on a internet celebrity, the biggest internet celebrity, and they're trying to paint him, especially with his skin color, to be somebody who fits the definition of a Nazi, who really haven't really existed in a good 70 years, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing. That's what I think they're doing, Shanti. Thanks for the call, buddy. I appreciate it. Look who's calling. I gotta put fucking I do.
Who do we got?
Check this out. Who do we have to have? It's none other than Dead on Dave.
Dead on
Dave.
What the fuck?
Look at that ridiculous
What's
hat.
going on, you sons of bitches?
Look who's back. Look who's back. You know what I was going to do today?
Well, I kept your seat warm for you, Dave.
Yeah, I much appreciate that. But you know, when the war of context is being fought, Dead on Dave must arise.
Yes.
It's fucking craziness, isn't this? Holy shit.
Yeah, because we can totally take you seriously in that hat.
You know what the best thing about being me is?
What's
you
that?
can take me seriously in fucking anything. I could be naked in front of you, and you have to take me seriously, motherfucker.
If I hate everything,
YouTube will take you seriously too when they take the channel down.
Go ahead, take them. Enjoy my 8,000 subs, YouTube. Take them.
What do you got to say there, Dead on Dave?
You know, this entire thing is interesting. What you were talking about with Keem, I found extremely interesting because Keem is right up until a point.
Up until a point, and I kind of made that clear. I don't agree with everything.
Well, here's the point. Yeah. Here's the point that he's correct to. Us as individuals, the entire community coming together will never happen because this will only be a story until somebody fucks over somebody else.
Yeah,
and it's
probably
going to happen sooner
probably.
than later. The reality is this is something that is going to be fought for a long time, and it's already been fought for even longer. It's going to continue on, but mainstream media has existed for how long? Ever. It's always going to continue to exist. Now, how long is it going to be as effective in some of the tactics that they're doing? I don't know. But can we put our own bullshit aside long enough to fucking fight this war? I don't know, man. That's the biggest
I
question.
don't know. I mean, you talk about the commentary community, that's one thing. But, I mean, the problem is, I mean, this is big. If you're just talking about our, like, little, like, I don't know, Colossal is crazy.
Oh, well, us.
League
Yeah,
is
we're all
here.
united.
That's a small thing. But, I mean, you know, if you want to look at this a bigger thing, I mean, I even saw the New York Times referring to PewDiePie's populist movement.
Oh, isn't that funny? Isn't that a good one?
So it is exactly what I'm saying. It is. It's this is war. This is war. They're really firing the first shots in a lot of ways because they have to keep the narrative that there's some kind of fucking radical Nazi movement out there.
They feel threatened.
The only Nazis are them. They're the ones burning down Berkeley, not us.
This is no different. By the way, the stuff that they're citing about PewDiePie, about like the neo-Nazi parties that are like celebrating PewDiePie, it's no different than David Duke taking to fucking Twitter and supporting Trump. It's absolutely no different.
No, it isn't. It's no different.
It's the exact same fucking thing. It's a false fucking narrative. I didn't mean to use your thing, but it's a false fucking narrative. It's a false fucking bullshit, and it's being used wielded like a goddamn sword by an infant with fucking scissors. Man, it's awful. It's fucking stupid. Makes no sense.
It's absolutely terrible. You know, I better figure out how to do that fucking. I enabled the money thing on the chat, and I noticed I'm getting money, but I have no idea how I'm going to get that money.
Isn't that weird? I was like, what the hell is that?
What is that?
Yeah, I was like, what is that? Is like, did somebody just hack the fuckheads?
No.
You know the only currency I
will
care
that go
about?
to what's it called? Because like I saw it, I have no idea how to get that money.
It was there.
Hey, if you want to be safe,
all
just
that
in
currency
case.
doesn't matter. You know, there's only one currency that matters. That's fucking likes, bitches. That's why I'm wearing this goddamn hat.
Because 800 people in here like the shit out of this.
You motherfuckers.
I'm not broadcasting until Sunday, so my
Fuck
daughter's
it.
coming this
Hit the
weekend.
like button. I like fuckheads, by the way.
Yeah, if you want to be safe, I lost faith in MSN after Scottish independence referendum and twisting the facts. Can't wait until this dies a horrible death. And you know what? That's funny because that's about the time that I remember I was at Cronin's house during that. Where was it? Yeah, I was at Cronin's house when that happened.
You got much fatter then. That was
they.
great
They tried to make the Scottish. The Scottish referendum is these Celtic people breaking off from the history of British oppression, when it was really just a bunch of fucking left-wing lunatics that wanted to leave England and join the EU. They didn't let you know that part. The mainstream media is losing their grip, and they need a new narrative. They need PewDiePie, and he's one of many that's going to go down. The mainstream media can lie and bullshit through the situation they want, but it hasn't put a dent in PewDiePie's image. As we speak, his sub count is climbing and shows no sign of stopping. They haven't won shit. Hashtag mic dropped. Yeah, and I got to be honest with you, Dave. This is where I do disagree with you. It's falling apart. We're in the stage. Can they win? Yeah, sure.
I don't know if falling apart. What's the definition of falling apart? Because it's going to exist tomorrow. The people who are still
it's why Google
be
hangs
there for years.
influence.
Yeah, I mean, the
money.
people who are
I'm not talking money.
Media,
I'm talking.
Watch it.
I'm talking influence. They couldn't stop Brexit. They couldn't stop Trump. Right now, Italy's talking about leaving the EU. There's talk. They're about to elect somebody in France that is too far right for my taste. They are losing their influence because nobody trusts them, and that is something you can't buy with cash. And that's what I think is going down now. And PewDiePie
that
is
also
just
has
in
to
the
do with a
crosshairs.
change.
PewDiePie's in the crosshairs.
That also has to do with a change in direction as far as media is consumed. Regardless, and it's not just about regular television anymore. We know that television is completely different now.
Yeah,
Twitter has an amazing voice. It's just the fact that people can connect.
Well, Twitter's the reason. One of the big reasons why Trump won the election.
Well, think about how fast people can connect. Ideas can go so much faster now than ever before in the history of human expanse. I mean, it's pretty crazy how fast somebody can get an idea from one end of the globe to the other now. So, yeah, part of it is the fact that people are getting tired of the same old bullshit fucking rhetoric by the media. But I think it's also just because people can connect and talk to each other much quicker than they ever could
I
before.
do, and they can't control that, and so in some sense that lends to my narrative. Peter Day, he's on the air. Is that you? Is that the real Peter Day?
Yeah. Hey, Tommy, Dave, and Jeff. How's it going?
I like Peter because he made a movie.
Pretty good.
About, Peter makes movies on his channel.
You
Peter
mentioned me. I'm
Yeah.
Peter made a movie about
I was just calling in just to sort of discuss this whole sort of war thing that's going on. Really, it's quite interesting because this sort of thing sort of keeps happening with the with like many different industries. We had the recording industry like quite far like a few sort of years ago, where people were taping songs off the radio, and because it was changed, because people were doing this new thing, instead of like embracing it and moving forward, they were getting angry and they tried to prevent it. And the exact same thing is happening with news. Rather than sort of moving with the times and YouTube, they're essentially trying to block these creators from actually sort of spreading messages and stuff and actually being news.
You're right, because I remember when when I went to my video store, which, by the way, I'm old enough to remember VHS tapes. VHS tape, but there was a question about their legality in the early 80s, whether you could sell a beta. And I remember in the early 90s when people started renting Nintendo cartridges and Sega cartridges and stuff like that, there was a question of legality, and guess who was on the forefront of fighting it? None other than Nintendo Japan themselves. They ended up losing, of course, because they were claiming like you don't buy stuff from me, you're sort of renting it from us for $60 a cartridge. No. The American courts rule differently. But, I do think in that sense, you're right. If you want to go all the way back to the Lindbergh trial in Flemington, New Jersey, a guy started playing records in between the trial of Bruno Hauptmann. And I lived in Flemington for a little while, and this is the only reason I know this, because I lived in Flemington, New Jersey for a good 9 years. And at Bruno, what they did is in the Lindbergh trial, they're trying Bruno Hauptmann. They didn't know what the fuck to do, so they started putting a record. Well, guess who had a fit? The record industry. Here's where you're wrong, Peter. This is bigger than all those things. Those are technology improvables. I understand your principle, but this is bigger. This is political. This has a lot worse potential. I'll be perfectly honest with you. We're seeing what happened with Milo Yiannopoulos in Berkeley, where people are actually burning cars, burning. I think this is much bigger on a different level. I understand the principle that you're putting out there, but I do disagree with this, because I think this is bigger and has much worse potential, because these guys, especially guys my age and older, they're not going away. They work too hard to get their influence, and they don't like people like me and Dave that do have, or Colossal's Crazy, or Keemstar, or anybody else that do have influence and didn't go through the loops. You make really great videos. That wouldn't have happened if you were born in 1966.
Absolutely.
You would never have the opportunity to be 50 right now, and it would be over for you.
You know what's funny about what he said, though? He's right in another way completely, because this all came about because of the technological advancement. I mean, this is all because of the fact that YouTube exists. This is all because of the fact that social media exists. The fact that we can all put videos out for free on YouTube. Think about this time. Remember when View from the Couch and all the shit that I used to do on fucking Podomatic and Podbean?
Yeah.
Why did I stop? Because I had to fucking pay for it. I don't have to pay for shit on YouTube.
No, you don't.
They fucking pay me, and everybody can come on here and go ahead and do stuff and put out their own shit. There's this freedom of being able to put all this stuff. Yes, there's some restrictions, but that's to be fucking understood.
You can still get your point across.
Sure. Exactly. So it's because of the technological advancement that these people, the mainstream media, is even in this position to begin with. Kind of funny.
Yeah. Absolutely. I do sort of hold in my head, though, that I feel like these sort of media companies, be it news or whatever, because essentially with money deals going on behind the scenes with YouTube and stuff, I think this is very much like a knee-jerk reaction, like they're throwing their toys out the pram. And if you want an indication about that,
I agree. I disagree with you. I don't think it's a knee-jerk reaction. I think this is a survival reaction. I think this is. I think they're treading water and trying to grab the side. I don't think it's a knee-jerk. This is not a situation where they're like just making a mistake because they think something bad's going to happen to them. I think they rightly see the end is nigh. In principle, I agree with you. I don't think these are good people. I think these are bad people that want the worst.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I'm 100% with you on that one.
And I think we are, but I don't think this is like, oh my god, and like a year or two from now, remember when we thought that way? That was stupid. No, they are holding on to everything that they are.
Yeah,
and this is where I disagree with you. But by the way, everybody check out Peter Day. He it's a relatively small YouTube channel, and it shouldn't be because it's amazing. And he did a movie, and he put me in it, and that's fine. That's what
Great
makes you,
name. It sounds like he
makes you a
should
good
be a guy
person.
from fucking News at 11, right? Peter Day?
Peter's-
News at 11 with Peter Day.
Peter's videos look like movies, and you really ought to check him out. And he does not
You're
have
too
nearly
kind,
enough
Tommy.
stuff.
Thank you.
No, you're the best. I really appreciate it.
No worries.
I don't
Take it easy, man.
appreciate that guy you sicked on me in my fucking email, but other than that, you're a good guy. yeah, goodbye. He said, "You promised Peter Day," and you're like, I started getting these emails after emails after emails. I don't know if he had anything to do with it or not, but I'm suspicious.
It was probably me. I did it. I'm always telling people that you promise things, so it's probably my fault.
It worked. So.
How much of a vapid cunt is JK Rowling?
Oh my God!
Go write another fucking Harry Potter book that nobody cares about.
No. Oh, she's only gonna do that because she wants to fucking really make sure that everybody realizes that Dumbledore was gay. This is the woman that we're talking about.
Yeah,
we're talking about a woman that 10 years after her fucking book stop, she has to fucking constantly put out tweets correcting perceptions of her characters. That's the cunt that we're talking about.
Does Hermione have?
Think about that for a second.
Yeah, I know.
Think about that for a second. Her own characters, the ones that she's written,
the one that she created,
that she never once specified the sex or the sexual orientation of. She has to specify now. That's who we're talking about.
Yeah,
she's fucking nuts, man.
No, she's nuts.
Wacko.
She's a social justice cunt. And what was her quote? What was her thing? Is when was a fascism an edgy tool? When fucking cunts like you started making it off limits to talk about, you fucking bitch. Your book sucked. I gotta be honest with you. I know you like this, Dave. I gotta be honest with you. Harry Potter was a fucking pussy. He should not be a hero for young people. He's a fag. A big fag that should not be looked up to. He has no fucking... He doesn't have any parents. He doesn't have any fucking father. He doesn't have any fucking justification to fucking breathe. He's just this massive accident. Kind of like Forrest fucking Gump. Yeah, I saw that movie, you vapid fucking cackling cunt. That fucking
Personally,
Harry Potter
I do want to see the new movie where they put in the
sucks.
extra little scene where Dumbledore sucks off Snape in the back.
Yeah, it's fine. I'd almost rather see that because at least it'd be more honest. Because the dirty truth is you weren't a social justice cunt fucking 20 years ago when you wrote those books, and you are now. She's a vapid cunt. A cunt that tells everybody how to think. You know, the reason JK Rowling doesn't get it is because we're trying to offend her because it's funny to offend her. When I was a kid, it was funny to offend the right-wing religious wackos. You know why? Because they acted like assholes in the public. How dare you? Now it's the left. Now it's people like her. It used to
take something offensive to actually offend somebody. Now it just takes a differing opinion. Now it just takes a differing opinion. That's all it takes. It doesn't have to be an offensive word at all.
Maybe back in the day, you call somebody a cocksucker, then you start throwing hands. Now it's just like you don't like the same color as somebody. You're a Nazi.
Fascism. Yeah, that's really what it's come down to, and that's why they need PewDiePie. Because they're calling absolutely everybody a Nazi. They call everybody a Nazi, and now they fucking need evidence of their fucking claims. That's what PewDiePie is, and there's going to be more to come. You know what? You know, we're talking about, like, with me and Dave. By the way, me and Dave both fucking supported Disney. They have every right to remove PewDiePie over these strokes. There's no doubt about it. Where we came around was we found out this fucking fact. iDubbbz is still employed by Maker Studios. Nobody, if you can't we're firing this guy for making edgy jokes. Why not fucking iDubbbz? And by the way, I'm not trying to get iDubbbz fired. He's a fucking hero to me.
We're just saying that doesn't make any sense.
And by the way, and Klossel's crazy would fire me from Catch 33 because he is a big hero of him, if you haven't heard. But
oh God, don't fuck around. Don't accidentally make something happen. We're all out of a fucking job. Don't do that.
Yeah, but I mean,
I've already been roasted once.
Good point. If you want to check that, you can check that right here on the Tommy C's SFTP live stream. But she's it's like you know what? I'm going to raise my children without Harry Potter. I'm going to remain. No. Yes, I am. Fuck them. Fuck her. Fuck her. I'm going to raise my kids on Batman. And well, wait a minute. They're all fucking social justice out too. I'll find something. I'll find something when you can't.
Die Hard.
I'll find people that are humor. Here's the thing, JK Rowling, you fucking billionaire cunt that completely lost touch with reality. You forgot who you were. You forgot where you were. It's funny because it pisses off the elites. You're an elite. You used to be one of us. Now you're not.
I forgot how much fun this
was. And now
could be.
we make the rules, and you don't. That's what happened.
I forgot how much fucking fun this was to watch you lose your mind. It's fucking great, man. I missed this.
Yeah,
what do you think about Madonna, Tommy?
I don't. She's funny because she's an old cunt, 60-year-old cunt trying to pretend that she's a 20-year-old cunt. You know, that's what it is.
You know, I kind of want to walk something back. I said something. I kind of want to walk it back a little bit. Not a whole hell of a lot, but you know, in 2 videos that I did about PewDiePie, I kind of called him a little bit of a bitch and a whiner for constantly.
I think in the situations you did that, I think it was called for under those circumstances. But
yes, and that's why I'm only walking back a little bit. This was not what this was. What he did today was not complaining about the media in the way that he has in the past. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit of a different situation. There was actually a line crossed, and I think it's important to differentiate. Because I do think that you could be both. You could whine when, you know, I'm the big dog and everyone's coming after me and boo-hoo, boo fucking me. But when something actually does happen like this, where, goddamn, the entire mainstream media is coming at you with allegations of being a Nazi.
A fascist.
Completely like trying to ruin you.
Yeah, it's a different thing altogether. So I actually feel a little bit bad about some of my criticism. I do. I feel a little bit bad because
no
maybe
way
he
that
saw.
we could have known. I mean, I don't. First
yeah,
of all,
but you didn't know how deep. You didn't know how deep it was at the time, though.
But he did. He did, and that's the thing. He was on to something when he made those fucking videos because the same tone was being used then that was being used now. Now there was just more evidence to back it up. I kind of feel bad. I kind of feel like a dickhead. I got to be honest.
You know what? We were going with the idea.
I'm okay with saying I'm wrong on something.
We were going with the idea. I agree with you. I just didn't make a video about it, or I didn't mention in the video because I was doing like my pandering ass was doing stuff on Zaptai and fucking cam girls for fucking Shake Carl that didn't get any hits. That's how it.
God bless you for the cam girls, by the way.
Yeah,
My God, that's a service.
Oh, I want to do a whole.
Dave, you should go to her. By the way, Dave, if you didn't hear, go to her Twitter. You get 6 seconds of awesomeness.
Oh, I've already been like in that vortex. I've been lost.
I saw her shove something up her pussy. I don't know. I like all the people. I've lost total respect for you, Tommy, for showing that girl.
Oh, well.
I've lost it. So you what? Like what the fuck? What the fuck's the difference? I called her a homewrecker to her face. She said she only did it for revenge, and I let her talk. You should have done. I'm not in your team. Sorry. I'm on PewDiePie's team. Hashtag I stand like PewDiePie. Oh my God, you see that? My gum just fucking grew a mind of its own. Ugh,
nice.
It's disgusting.
Gotta know how to control your gum. If you want to know how to control your gum, just hit me up. I can.
Goddamn right, you have the gum expert right there. Holy shit.
JK Rowling's still a cunt, even though I can't chew my gum.
If you don't take anything away from the show, just
JK
know
Rowling's
that
a
JK
cunt.
Rowling is a cunt.
I swear to God, I'd fucking spit in the sidewalk if I saw her walk by me. I would.
So hopes that she spits.
And you know
in
what?
your
I've
DNA.
noticed like some tweets from her. She's been kind of battling with the internet crowd recently lately.
Battles with everybody.
I gotta be honest.
I
gotta be honest. I don't think Harry Potter's that good. I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's that educational. I don't think there's anything there. Honestly, I think you should. If you want to fucking read Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, there's more you could take away from that. There's more. There's better life lessons, and it's cooler, and it's more hardcore, and it's dark. It's called Sherlock Holmes, and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was 10 times the writer this bitch was. 10 times the writer. And he gives it to you straight and honest and hardcore. This fucking bitch writes something and tells you 10 years later it wasn't what she wrote.
You know, the problem with that is Sherlock Holmes didn't have Quidditch. Okay? Sherlock Holmes.
Quidditch sucks, dude. Quidditch sucks. It's not even that creative.
And wizard chess, maybe?
Wizard chess? Come on, man. You got some wizard chess.
I'm not even a Harry
Wizard
Potter
chess,
fan.
they already had it. It was called Magic the
them.
fucking Gathering, dude, and it's way cooler. And you know what? Fucking Hearthstone's cooler than that. How about that?
Where do you put LARPing on that?
Fuck
ranking?
off. Higher, and I'll tell you why. If I have to hit a fat shit like you with a PVC pipe, I'm gonna do it every fucking time.
And I will cast Lightning Bolt +2 right in your fucking pee
I'm
hole.
Argon of Argoff. All right, yeah. I'm Argon of Argoff, king of the right here. Take this PVC pipe, mother fat fucker. Bop, 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 bop.
Oh man.
People know that I fucking
how much fun
LARPed
this could
before.
be.
It's really fucking. It's cool to hit people with a pipe. You know, I tell you so. Sitting around rolling D&D dice, reading fucking books, or hitting people with pipes cooler. I'll tell you, I'll take LARPing any fucking day of the week. I don't care. If
Did Gun Cannon send you the same video he sent me?
Yeah, he
where
sent me like a year ago.
Doing
He
the
sent
real
me
shit.
that
Did he send you that video?
Yeah. Cunt
Oh, I
it's
need to see
fucking
this.
amazing.
I need to see this.
Gun Cannon does the real shit. He doesn't hit people with PVC
anonymous,
pipes.
$30. Gotta fucking. I gotta thank. Yeah, I think you got Jeff paid tonight. I think we crossed the barrier too.
There we go.
Yeah. All right.
Well, Guncan is doing it with real goddamn metal and shit, man. He ain't doing any of that fruity.
Please
fucking
send me this. Please send me
shit.
this. I need to see this.
You know what? I did like 2 serious shows in a row, and I don't like it. I wanted to be like with the fuckheads today and like crash and shit. Well, hey, fuckheads, it's 900 people in here, you fuckheads. Not like my goddamn video or whatever.
You would think that they would know that if I'm here wearing a goofy fucking hat, that if I got 500 likes,
it doesn't require that much effort to just scroll, maybe a couple inches over to that thumbs up.
If you need to know how long a couple inches are, measure your dick. That's how long it is. Okay? And then go over there, hit the like button, and fucking maybe we'll get something off the wall. I'm here. I'm not here very much often anymore, So let's go ahead. Well, maybe we'll throw something off the wall there. Play with something.
By the way, what's better? The Big Girls podcast. Did I do a better job than you? I bet I did.
No, I'm pretty sure I crushed you. According to the Big Girls, you didn't even do better than fucking Colossal.
That's
and all Colossal did was threaten to hit it with a brick.
I'm like 20
if I'd have known they said that, I made a video. I made a video yesterday that had 5,000 views, and I got them fucking like 10,000 views for Christ's sakes, and they wouldn't have got that any other way. So if I had heard that, if I didn't do as good as they just want Colossal.
You did cry. You know what? The fact that you got fucking 10K for them, that's a fucking amazing, dude. That really is pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I made a fucking video and said go sub. That's the last time I do that. Fuck them. I hope they get 100 hits for the rest of here on out. Fuck them. Yeah, I'm better than Colossal. Go suck a dick. Wait a minute. You did. You sucked a big blonde English dick. How dare they?
When my video doesn't crack 1,000, I'm just gonna cry into a ham sandwich in a corner.
Yeah.
Guncannon sent me the video.
I told you, man. We gotta watch it. It's fucking pimp as shit.
We can get the fuck out of here. And we can check me on Twitch too.
How is your buddy doing, by the way?
That will forever be funny.
It's just a prank, bro.
It's funny.
It's just a prank, bro. That's his whole thing. Like, I was just doing this for fun. He did the same thing.
See, that's where context doesn't matter because there's no fucking context.
There's no context.
There's no context. Doesn't exist.
No.
Louder. Like. Yeah, hit the like button or I'll fucking, I don't know, check it out.
Get this to 700 likes or he's going to keep playing it.
JK Rowling is just a mad because
he's going to play it till you get ear cancer.
Swinging dick with your British legs. I wish I could tell my British story. I've always had a problem with British women. You know that? Did I tell you the story, Dave?
Was it the teeth?
Damn it, Dave!
Yeah, see, this is why you don't want me here, Jeff, because I beat you to it.
Son of a bitch.
No, it was
some things don't change.
I didn't tell you the story about the horse.
Not a tea guy. Fuck it, it's ruined.
My mother was an interior decorator. Hashtag translation glorified wallpaper hanger. Painter. Okay. She got a job around 1988 I was about in 3rd grade with a very, very, very filthy rich British family. So much so, some of the colossal crazy. The kid went to boarding school. Their boy and their girl went to boarding school. What did you think of King's conspiracy that PewDiePie drama is used to cover up for the Shay Carl thing? I think Keem's complete idiot. Thank you.
That's
idiotic. It's bigger than Shay Carl. Well, here's another thing. Shay Carl did found Maker Studios, but he long sold it, so it's just completely ridiculous. Keem's a dope. And that's why. And you know what that is? I'll tell you what that is. That's a deleted episode when Colossal's crazy gets over it unbaited. That's what that is. Big moron. Oh, I thought you were on Keem's side. Yeah, on the PewDiePie thing, not this. He's a fucking dick. He's
not
a dope.
Exclusive.
He gets an idea in his head. Nobody can tell him different because he lives in his own fucking bubble. All right, what was I talking about? So. Anyway,
a horse in London. I thought if it was a horse,
it wasn't a horse in London. It was in
decorating.
It was in Kingwood, New Jersey. I'll never forget this. Right, and the boy was coming in for Christmas. And my mother was working there as hanging up wallpaper, doing what the fuck she did. And this huge farm. They were filthy, filthy rich. And the boy and the girl went to boarding school. Now here's the thing. I was 80. I was like 11, and he was like 13 or 14. So. I mean, that's a big difference of age. Who wants to play with a fucking 11-year-old boy when you're 14, 13 years old, right? So what happened was Tristan, who was very nice to me, got bored with me rather quickly. So I started wandering around the house. So I ran into his 18-year-old sister. And she was like, would you like to come with me, little boy? Yes, I would. So she led me out. Do you want to pet the horses? My God, I'd like to pet the horses.
Was this a future episode of Law and Order SVU?
No, it could have been. Could have been very easily. Could have been. Really could have been. So like I'm not from a part of New Jersey where there's a lot of fucking horses and shit, right? And she leads me to this horse carriage, this stall where this horse looked fucking pissed from the moment we walked up, right?
Oh,
and
God,
she goes, "Why don't you go pet him?"
Well,
right?
it's in New Jersey. That's why it's
this
pissed.
was in Kingwood, but if you look up Kingwood, it's all woods and shit. So you can go look it up. And I'm like, I don't know, man. That horse looks pissed. No, he's just happy to see you. I'm like, really? So I didn't know enough to say, you're a fucking crazy bitch. I'm out of here, you know? So what happens was she opens the fucking door and she says, go in there. I'm like, man, no fucking way I'm going in there. You never believe what happens next, right? She's 18, I'm 11. She grabs my shoulders, opens the door, pushes me in. I fall to the ground and hit the hay, and she shuts the door behind me, right? I immediately come to my feet, and I see the horse start to turn. I immediately grab my head, fall to the ground, and the horse bucks and kicks the side of the wall just above where I am in the fetal position. I'm not making this up, right? I look over at her, being shocked as fuck, and she is giggling like a mad woman. Hee with that English. This is. And I said, "Open the door!" Screaming, tears coming out of my eyes, and she just kept laughing, and that didn't stop the fucking horse. Big goddamn surprise. He kept kicking and then he seemed. I remember he did this. He went, and he stopped full, and I thought that was my. He just stopped. He stopped, and I thought that was my cue to move. Right, so I took it. I don't know if it was or not to this day. And I went and I fucking rammed against the door, and she held it closed, right? And I opened it, and I don't know, she probably let it open because she's probably a lot stronger than I was. And I ran out the door, and then I ran to my mother and stuff, who was actually hanging up wallpaper at the time. But ever since then, British girls creep me the fuck out. And JK Rowling, that was you bitch. You're probably 50 years old now.
I don't think it should be a surprise that you have the innate ability to scare fucking horses into hating you instantly. That's not a big shock.
The horse was already pissed when I got there.
Fucking celebrities.
That's the point.
Why not?
The horse was already
do with the fucking horses.
The horse was always already pissed when I got there. For Christ's sakes, don't say that. That's terrible, Dave. That's
sensed your. Did you laugh before you got to the stable because he heard you coming?
Did I laugh? No, I think I was screaming and crying like an idiot. I'll see you guys Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye-bye.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-town to King's home, slapping fives, black stones. 6 mile to danger zones, bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe, here's a headlock.
Headlock.